Good morning, Johnny.
Hey, Ron.
You get your coffee yet?
Man, I did. I didn't sleep good. I kept waking up all freaking night.
Really?
I don't know why. I mean, I took my sleeping pill, but yeah, I tell you what, these damn U.S. sellers already $1,249.
I said the thing. That guy didn't even have the drone. He's just speculating that he can get it.
Well, they got a couple of them. They got one now, new listing, $899.
Huh?
So I mean, you talking about $899 to $1,249? How much is it? How much does the drone really cost? You know?
Well, what's his name? Put the price of the package out last night. I think the most expensive one was in the $500 and some odd dollars. That's
Yeah.
the
So
one
they more
FPV
than
gear
doubling the price, or at least
Yeah, that guy with that high price, that was at least the kit that got the FPV gear with it, right?
Let me see. They got a couple of them. $1,249.
You see Jasper's video here. This is the first unboxing. We might as well, Johnny, we might as well go live. We got a couple people in here. Well, we are live. You know what I'm talking about? I didn't go live.
Yeah, we're live. You hit the live button.
Welcome in. We got Drone was here at 6:53 a.m., Johnny.
John. That's John.
Congrats to Drone for being usually Warren's first, but
yeah, Warren is sleeping.
Fly and Flip Media, that's John. He came in here at 7:45 a.m. And then Drone Angels Lou, he's over in Brigantine. That's the next island north of me. He came in at 7:46. So good morning, folks. What you're looking at now is our good buddy Jasper Ellens over on Twitter. He shared the first unboxing of the little DO2. Presumably this is in China, Johnny, but I don't know that we got Chinese characters up there. But Johnny, you broke a little news already this morning. You already found a drone listed on eBay's, haven't you, Johnny?
Yeah, if you go right, well, I'm pull up. You should be able to put that up.
Okay, I'm going to put that up right now here.
I mean, they got them already. Of course, they're probably more than twice the price already.
Here you go, folks. Johnny dug this out on the internet. You got the DJI Neo 2 Motion. That's the one where the fly, I guess the FPV gear, the motion controller, fly more combo, goggles N3, free 2-day from the US. You get it on November 18th. Now, mind you, today's the 29th? 30th. To 30th. So that's a good deal away. Whopping $1,249.
But you also, let's see, somebody else they got a couple of them. Let's see.
You have two available. This seller has triple
right here. I saw it for God, where is it at? 8 something. I don't know. They got a couple of them already. Yeah.
Hey. Now the first thing they're going to ask is, what about tariffs on these things, Johnny?
Well, it's these saying coming from the U.S. So
no tariff and free shipping
right here is $899. Now this is not the whole. This is the drone, RC3 N3, the battery, and the charging hub.
The full banana, huh?
Yeah, not the goggles.
Oh, no goggles. But the lady in the video's got the goggles.
Well, this one is $899. That's a different. This is a Fly More combo. The other one was what would they call that one? They got so many combos already.
Yeah, they got all these names. Yeah.
Let's see.
That's probably that.
This one says Fly More combo in parentheses. Got the goggles N3. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There you see them right down below. They picture them. So you do get everything here, Johnny. Hey, I want to welcome in some drone guy .com. That's Jeremy, right?
Jeremy. Yep.
Jeremy's in here with TJ Giggles. That's TJ from Florida. TJ. He's in here with us. Kevin Blocker 6450 is in here with us. He's here. I'm here. He's close to Atlantic City.
He's up by you,
street for me. So thanks for getting up, everybody. I hope. Let me know in the chat who plans on ordering this DO2 now. This is Chinese only release today, right? We won't be able to order this from DJI. Well, we can't order from DJI anyways, but this is Chinese only. But apparently these eBay sellers, Johnny, have a little in.
Well, it says in free 2-day shipping from USA, November 18th. So
and I believe that's the date of the world release of the drone.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of yeah. I say I guess I guess they're going to order from South Korea and Japan. I would assume, unless they can.
Yeah.
I mean, because if they can get it from DJI, well, why wouldn't somebody else order from DJI? So all these guys just rolling the dice. You know what I mean? Or they're just saying that because. Yeah, 1249. Now I know that's what the goggles. Those goggles are about I don't know, 3 something. So you back that out. I don't really know. So what is the price, Ron? What did we see a price on this thing?
Jasper put those prices up. I mean, again, with so many different kits. Hey, we got a big celebrity coming here from Florida, Johnny. Welcome in, Bill. Good morning.
Bill, I need your credit card.
Johnny already found the first one you can order on eBay.
Johnny, you can talk to the boss. I'll give you my wife's number.
Yeah, I tell you, no. I don't want to be yelled at early this morning.
Well, hey, we got in the chat. We got welcome in. God bless America. That's
Ronnie.
Help me out, Johnny.
That's Ronnie.
That's Ronnie. Yep, Ronnie.
Yeah.
And we got DD fellows came in this morning, and. So Jamie Miller's saying, let's see what Trump does with Bill, do you think James Trump and that the Chinese leader could work out something today that'll free DJI up again?
I think so, because they worked out a deal with South Korea that's going to make the United States a lot of money, and I think I heard that Z, I think that's how you pronounce his name, is in kind of some hot water with his own party. So he wants to make good right now. So I think he's going to go ahead and make some deals with Trump. So I think it's going to be favorable for us.
I hope he puts a good word in for DJI with Trump.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no lie.
After all, Trump got what's the company that has the little videos?
TikTok.
He got TikTok out of hot water, right?
Yep.
Sure did.
So if he could do TikTok, he could do DJI, right?
Absolutely.
So, Bill, I don't know if you've seen this yet. Let me get this back up here again. Our good buddy Jasper Ellens, he already found the first unboxing video for that little that new little drone there, the Neo 2.
Wow.
This is probably from China, of course. You see the Chinese characters, but he's got what looks like that, the FPV combo there with the goggles and the motion and everything.
I think that looks like it probably be from like a DJI store is what it looks like.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And you see that all the linked pictures we saw were right. There's that sensor in the back. We got a sticker in there. I can see, but you got to compare with it. It's not much bigger than the old Neo.
Yeah, it's only just a little bit bigger. That's not that's good in terms of size. I like that.
So Jasper posted something that even before this, basically just confirming all the information we know. So these prices here, of course, we're going to see all these inflated eBay prices from the resellers in the U.S. Bill. So the drone's going to appear to cost like 2 or 3 times more than it really does because these guys are trying to make their market.
Oh yeah. The ones from the United States, you don't even want to think about getting unless you got a lot of cash in your pocket that's burning a hole in it. Wait till South Korean and Japan sellers get them. That's what I would do.
Right. And if Trump actually does work a deal out with China, you could probably even order from the Chinese resellers and not hit too much of a tariff, right?
Well, I ordered a lot of my accessories. In fact, all my accessories came from China. I had 0 tariffs on them. Nothing.
There you go.
Nothing.
There you go. So yeah, I mean these eBay sellers, they're the equivalent of buying a ticket from a scalper outside of a big game, right?
Oh,
yeah. It's like take your chance here. I would, these resellers here in the United States, I mean, they're just out to make money. I mean, that's all it is. That is all it is, and I would avoid them at all costs unless you, like I said, you got money that's burning a hole in your pocket and you need to spend it. I would wait. Absolutely wait.
Because at this point you're paying more for a Neo 2 than you are like a Mini 5 Pro or something.
Yeah, you can get a Mini 5 Pro with all this. Yeah.
Let me get John's new link up here. Let me get that off.
I don't know if this is
John found a little bit better price here, Bill.
Oh wow, okay.
And on the bottom, it looks like it's a drone, the RC-N3 controller, 3 battery, and charging hubs. That's probably not a bad little kit, right? I mean, I don't want to pay $8.99 for it, but that's the kit. And look, it looks like it comes with that antennas on the back too, which is good, right?
Yeah, that looks like actually that's probably not a bad price. I'm thinking it's probably what I think from what I saw, maybe $5.99 or so with the
Well, I
retail
don't
is
know
for
about that. Yeah, I don't know about that kit. I mean, we saw those prices were like, I mean, I think it popped up to $259 for the base kit, but I don't
Right.
think
Yeah.
that
So
comes.
the
I don't
price
think
is
that
all
comes
over.
with those antennas though. And apparently, what we got from the leakers is without those antennas, you only be able to fly it with like your phone or just fly it out of your palm, right?
Right.
Right.
But if you want to fly it with that RC-N3 controller there or the motion, you will need to get the that attachment for the back. Now, John, can I ask you a question? Can you the Neo One? Can you fly the Neo One with the DJI FPV controller or only the motion?
No, yeah, you can fly it with the
You can
controller.
fly with the real whatever they call the FPV2 or whatever.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, good.
Full manual, yeah.
So let me go to the website here. Now, what I've done, folks, is let's see here. Let me see if I can get this up.
Bob
here.
Casey is up and about.
Oh, Bob. Good morning, Bob Casey. Thanks for coming in here.
Richard.
Now, what I've done here is I've got secret access to the DJI's Chinese website here. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we still got that completely under control. So they haven't flipped the switch yet. And by my clock here, it's 7:57 right now. So we got 3 minutes until blast off here. So what I've done is, folks, and Jasper told me this trick. So I've gone to the DJI's website, the US website. I've scrolled all the way down to the main page, not the store. This is the main page all the way down. Look to the bottom right-hand corner, and it says something about like, English or something like that. Go in there and change that to China, and then simplified China. If you don't do simplified, you'll get Mandarin here or whatever. But if you go simplified China, you get the Chinese website in English. So that's my super secret hack of the day. And you can't order from here necessarily, but at least you can look.
Jamie
What did they say in the old days? You can look, but you can't touch, right?
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna see it in a bunch of places today. eBay, you might even see the damn thing on Amazon. Who knows?
Hey, Bill, here's the $1 million question though about this. Will we see any videos today on YouTube about this? And I understand we may not see any, the big U.S. channels, of course, but will we see Chinese language flight videos today?
You may see them from China, but you won't see them from anywhere else.
Yeah,
like in Europe, a lot of the guys over in Europe that normally get them, you won't see that, or Australia. No, it will only be in Chinese.
You know how it is, like with like I'm going to say that not DJI, but like in the old days, the Hubsons and things like that. People that used to live down in the same town with the factory, they'd have the drone almost immediately. Somehow they could get their hands on it. So if you lived in Shenzhen near the factory, do you think those are the type of guys could have the video up today?
Yeah, I would imagine so. That's probably what you would get.
And on eBay, I mean on YouTube now, you can go in and actually have it translate to English for you. So if it's a Chinese language video, you can go in and even hear a bad translation to English where you can see the subtitles go. So you can do something like that now.
Right. Yeah.
So I see we have is it FJ 1100 Mark's in here. Good morning. He's saying good morning to everybody. And here we go. Jamie Miller is saying here that my Japanese eBay seller is now demanding me to pay PayPal 17.5 tariff and fees for a Mavic 4 creator combo. Wow. So that's almost 20%. So if you paid something like $4,000 for it, you're paying another 20%. You're paying like another $400 or something, right?
Yeah, I mean that would be 170 about 3 times. It looks like.
Wow.
I mean, roughly, if he's paying near 3,500, I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I guess Trump and that Chinese primaries didn't get things worked out yet, or that guy's just ripping them off.
I think
Yeah,
he's
I
ripping
think-
them off.
You think there's more sellers ripping off than there is tariffs?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
You hate to say it's the U.S. sellers. It's not so much the South Korea and Japan.
Hey, look, Zach's saying here you should be able to buy the FPV combo for $300 less than what the current eBay price is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably right on that.
Yeah, that's probably right.
He's talking probably because that one's this $849. Yeah, it should be in that $499 range or something like that, I guess.
Let me go refresh this page here, see if we got any action yet. Now I got the pot. Hey, look, there's a vacuum cleaner.
$1,900.
Is that whose pricing is that?
I don't know. That's what I saw for the vacuum.
There's it's here. It's here,
There
guys.
it is,
Look,
yeah.
it's here.
There you go.
But all my good English stuff went away here. Oh, I gotta go down and do my super secret trick again. I gotta change it to that's simplified. How about maybe I could look at it in Hong Kong. Oh yeah, Hong Kong has it, and they're in English. So can you guys see that now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, it went away. Look, come back, Neo. Let's go to buy now. Okay, here we go. In HKD, whatever currency that is 1669. That's a drone only. Of course, that's not US here. Let's see what it's got. Palm takeoff and landing, gesture control, faster, smooth tracking with active track, easy moment capture with selfie shot, omnidirectional obstacle avoidance sensing, versatile flight, 4K high quality imaging, lightweight portable design. Okay, there's some packages. The Neo 2 only, the Neo 2 Fly More combo, drone only, the Neo 2 Fly More combo, and the Neo 2 Motion Fly More combo. So that's probably the one with let's see here. It's probably one where you get everything. The motion control, the goggles, 3 batteries, that digital receiver, propeller guard, hub. And okay, the one right down from this.
Right. You're not. What I'm saying is something else. Are you?
Oh, hold on. Let me. Oh, yeah. I don't know why don't you? Okay, let me start all over again. Let me go get out of here, share and share the screen.
Scotty Jackrabbit is in the house.
Good morning, Scotty. Okay, let's see if.
Yeah, Scott's been up for 3 or 4 hours already.
Okay, let's see.
He's ready for lunch.
Ha. You got it now, don't you? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, okay, let me go back so I can see it closer. So right now I'm looking at the Neo 2 Motion Fly More combo. This is where you get everything.
Right.
The drone, the Motion 3.
That's the same picture the guy's got on eBay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can get carrier refresh for 109 and whatever that Chinese currency is. Okay. So that's the top of line thing. Now let's go down to the package below it. This is a Neo 2 Fly More combo. This one you get the drone, the RCN3, 3 batteries, charging hub, digital receiver, and propeller guard. So that's the next one down. And then here's the Neo 2 Fly More combo drone only. So in this one you get the drone, 3 batteries, 2-way charging hub, and propeller. So for all of us who already have the RCN3 controller or the FPV gear, this would be the one we get, right?
Yeah, I think so many of us already have the accessories for this drone. It's kind of like most people have either the controller, RC2, the motion controller. So yeah,
this is the kit a lot of us would already have a lot of gear.
Yep.
Hey Ron,
Yes.
just to interrupt here for a
Right.
second. I think you probably would need to get that Fly More combo, the original one, because it has that digital transceiver. And I think that's probably what allows you to communicate with the
controller,
with the RCN3.
You're right. So if you bought this kit here, you would only be able to fly it with your phone or fly it from your palm. Is that correct, Bill?
Right. You would need to get the one that has. It's called the DJI 2 Fly More combo.
Yes.
And it's $27.89 Hong Kong dollars, whatever that is.
$8.
But yeah, that's the one. That's the one you would need to get because it has that digital transceiver that you actually attach onto the Neo 2 itself.
Right. But if you only intended to fly from your hand or with your phone, this would be the kit to get.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then let's look at the drone only. The drone only, you get the aircraft, you only get 1 battery. Okay, the difference between these last 2 kits is the multiple batteries. So if you want to fly it with your controller, your Motion 3, you're going to have to fork out some money, right, Bill?
Right. It's going to cost you a little. It's going to cost you a little more money. Looking at that, it's like would be like $1,100 and whatever Hong Kong dollars are. I don't know what the conversion is, but it's 1,100 more. So you'd have to translate that to US dollars. I don't know what that would equate to.
Yeah, sorry, folks. We're not experts here on Chinese currency. We don't even pretend to be, right?
No.
So let me see if we can get some. Let me go back a thing here and see if I can get some more information here, specs and so on. Neo 2. Let's see here. I don't want to guide here. I just want to get the info. Sorry, I'm having trouble finding just the info out and not the beyond. Okay, here's some more stuff here. Here's a closer look. Here's somebody flying out of their hand.
Master flight, beginner friendly, obstacle sensing. Yeah, so
Now, does this? Of course, you see the lidar on the front on that picture down there. So this one has much more better obstacle avoidance sensing than the one we have now, right?
well, yeah,
Yeah.
the one now has nothing.
No, nothing. So this one had. Now, Jasper said this morning that this one, of course, has that lidar sensor, but it also has a little screen to tell you what mode you're in, what selfie mode you're in, like if you're in circle or something like that. Now, it says it has faster and smoother tracking with active track version 3. With enhanced tracking performance, Neo 2 enables smooth, stable tracking for running, cycling, and more, with speeds up 12 ms.
And that's something that's a little Neo did very well. I mean, if you didn't try to, hide behind trees and do all that stuff, I mean, it definitely followed you.
But look at those girls on the bike. I mean, it put that thing on the tree like it's using more. Look, it's using more intelligence now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And here we go.
That one that's for sale in the United States on eBay.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking at it, it shows what's available. What you get with that Neo 2, the N3 controller, charging hub, and battery X3, but it doesn't have anything to say. But then you look at the expanded picture, and it has that digital transceiver that you attach to the back of the drone. So, so I would, if any of you are looking to get that, you want to email that seller and ask him if that digital transceiver comes with that.
And Bill, that guy, of course, that seller doesn't even have the drone yet. He won't even have the drone for a few weeks. So,
he won't.
Yeah,
They won't.
He gives you is going to be like, it won't be from the horse's mouth because he didn't have the drone.
Yeah, you're going to pay $8.99 and sit for a couple of weeks on your hands waiting
for him to try to acquire the drone to sell it to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Here's some important information, guys. Look at this. 4K high quality imaging. The Neo 2 features a 12 megapixel, a half-inch CMOS sensor with a f2.2 aperture and high performance image processing for clearer low noise footage. Now, this is interesting, guys. We've been seeing all along. This is going to have that 1/1/3 sensor, which is the same sensor was in the Mini, like the Mini 4 or the Avata 2. So it doesn't have that. It's a smaller sensor.
Yeah, that's interesting. And what I find interesting is right under it, 49 gigabytes of internal storage.
Yeah, there you go.
Fantastic.
How much internal storage did we have on the Neo 1? Was it 20 something?
Yeah, it was low.
It wasn't much. It was not much at all.
So this is more internal storage than like the Avata 2. The Avata 2 is in the low 40s. So that's great.
I don't know what the Avata 2 is.
It's in the 40s, but it's the low 40s.
I think 44 is the Avata 2.
I mean, it's more than that's more than the Air 3S.
Probably,
slightly more. So that is great news. Now here we go. We give easy moment capture with Selfie Shot. With Selfie Shot, go hands-free to capture solo or group moments, effortlessly switching between waist up, full body, and long shots. So that's something new to the Neo 2. To get those kind of family portraits in many different versions.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Johnny, that looks like you at the summer when you're at the lake with the kids, right?
Yeah, we had a great time. I brought that, and I tell you, man, this was just a fun little drone. I know, we always hounding for specs and cameras, but you know what? This is really a drone you could just take out and have a fun day with.
Yeah, definitely. Here you have versatile flight for everyone. Features enhanced hovering. The new 2 supports versatile. That you keep using that word versatile flight for easy navigation indoors, near buildings, over water, or on snow. Now, the correct me if I'm wrong, John. The first Neo, they didn't recommend going over water, right?
I don't know. I never really.
I think okay. Let me walk that back like the politicians. You weren't supposed to go over water if you were flying from your palm or flying with the phone.
Yeah.
But this one, it looks like they has. Well, she's flying FPV there, but it looks like this one has more capabilities as far as when and where you can fly it.
Bill, have you ever flown with the goggles with the Neo?
No, I'm like Marcus. I can't do goggles. I've tried, and I just can't do that. I'm just one of these people. I mean, it's just it doesn't. I have spatial disorientation and all that. It just doesn't work for me. But to have the option of the goggles for people to enjoy it, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
That's a great feature to be able to do this.
Bill, and it saves you money from not having to buy all that FPV gear.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That is nice. I mean, and for what they're selling that for is a real steal. I mean, and the
last slide here says more ways to control, more fun. New 2 can follow you even without a remote controller. Pair with the RCN3 or the RC2 for easy flights, or use goggles and motion control for immersive flights. That's kind of the same as the other one. So here's what you get in the box: drone, the battery, two spare propellers, new 2 spare propeller screwdriver, prop guards, gimbal cover, and USB-C data cable. So
now what would be nice is if that digital transceiver would be available on its own. So you could get the base kit and then just get the digital transceiver if you have the N3 or the R2 controller, and you wouldn't have to jump up a couple of kits to do that. I mean, that'd be nice.
I'm glad you brought that, because that's going to be the most asked question we're going to get over the next couple of weeks on all our shows and forums, right, Bill? That's the question everybody's going to ask.
Everybody's going to ask that.
And unfortunately, we're not going to have an answer to that for a while. We're probably not going to have an answer to that until.
Yeah, I would say you're going to, because I took a look and the guy on eBay says shipping starting November 18th. So you're probably not going to get things answered until probably about that time. And also to realize, even in a perfect world, even if we got the drone, and everybody else has gotten the drone, you probably won't see that digital transceiver available by itself for probably a few months down the road. So
because that's typical of what DJI does with things, accessories like that. You don't get much information, and availability is kind of late. So
they forced you to buy that combo. I mean, it's kind of smart marketing on their part. To do that.
That's a great point, Bill. You if you want to wait for that thing to be sold separate, you'll probably have to sit back and wait like a month or more.
Remember, this is a different battery too. So if you order just the one battery model, I would definitely suggest getting a Fly More.
Well, you can't get that bundle where you do get the 3 batteries, but you don't get the that plug-in in the back.
Right.
So,
and that may be, somebody Bill said, that may be, that may be the hardest thing to get. It may be months. So it could, even when you buy a regular drone and you try to get a battery a little while later, you just can't seem to get just the battery, so just think about that part right there.
I totally agree with Johnny. In the US, almost all the US people are going to buy the kit that has that plug-in in the back or whatever. So almost nobody in the US is going to buy that, that drone only with
absolutely. And it kind of makes sense when you see what you actually get with that kit. I mean, it's always good to have another controller on hand. I don't think you can have too many of those. Right. And if push comes to shove, you can actually, if you have N3s lying around or R2s lying around and you don't need it, you can always sell that on eBay yourself. So, absolutely, I mean, that's always an option. But you definitely need to get the batteries, because the batteries are different and they're upgraded. I mean, that's a plus. So it doesn't really hurt to go ahead and get that combo with that digital transceiver on it, because you've got all those options. And if you want it, like I said, if you want to sell the N3 or, because you have one already, go for it. That one.
We're saying, don't buy those bottom 2 kits unless your intention is to only fly it with your phone or from your palm. Otherwise,
Exactly.
don't buy that bottom kit
Exactly.
because you're going to need that digital converter, which won't be available as a solo item for I suspect a long time. Now, here's the side-by-side comparison, guys. Neo 2 and Neo. Now, it looks like the price has only bumped up less than $300 in their money. So that's probably not much of an increase in our money, right?
Right. I don't think
at 302. I mean, a $270 bump up in price is probably what that's probably less than $100 in U.S. currency.
equivalent for us. Yeah, that's probably roughly about right. Yeah.
Now
So
look, the weight is going up from 151 gram to 135, but still way under the limit in the U.S. and Europe or whatever, the 249 grams. Now look at this, guys. This is a big difference here. The Neo 2, 4K 60, 4K 100 slow motion. The Neo 1 only had 4K 30, so much more versatile in those frames per second in slow motion.
Yeah,
Now,
two axis instead of the one axis.
yeah, that was the big rumor we heard. 2 axis instead of 1 axis. So 1 axis only meant the gimbal went up and down. So this sounds like it has up and down. And what is it? The other one, and then the third axis will be digital or whatever. So this should be more. Even though I thought the 1 axis worked great as far as using the what do you call it? The DJI's software that does makes things smooth, but I'll be interested because 2-axis gimbal will be a little more fragile for crashes and so on. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Now this has a focus track, active track with a new cycling option, spotlight, and point of interest. Where the old one, the Neo 1, only had focus, only had spotlight and point of interest. So you didn't have active track on the new ones. Now you have active track on top of the other following options. So that's interesting.
well, the one thing that I'm really leery of here is this gesture control, because I'll tell you what, I remember going back to the Spark with gesture control.
Yeah.
Seriously, that was an epic fail for DJI. And they touted it even in the promo videos for the Spark, and it never worked. Okay. Or if it did, it worked for like 30 seconds and then it reverted back.
Hey, Ron.
And I don't have a lot of faith in that.
Jeremy says they sell the module separately on the DJI site already.
And the Chinese site.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good news, Jeremy. Thanks for showing us that. We're almost done here. Now, this is really interesting here. The Neo 2 has selfie shot, which we kind of saw in that little video. Dolly zoom. How about that? Dolly zoom. Master shots and quick shots. Did you hear that? I said master shots on this little Neo 2, where the Neo 1 only had basic quick shots. So they much increased this feature. Can you believe that, Bill? Master shots on the Neo 2.
That's pretty awesome. And that probably indicates, and that's just what I'm thinking too. Remember, these are drones really, if it's over 10-mile-an-hour wind, you can't really fly them outside.
Right.
So you got to be, this indicates to me that I think it's probably going to be more stable in the wind, because the original Neo, if it was over 10 miles an hour, forget it. You couldn't fly outside. I mean, it just really, it has to be almost perfectly calm.
No, that's an excellent point. If the Neo 1 did master shots like say my Mavic 4 Pro did, I'd never see the Neo again or whatever, probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's and that's why I'm saying I think that it's probably the Neo 2 is going to handle wind better. I would say you could probably fly in 10 to 15 mile an hour winds with the Neo 2. I think because the way the motors are, the way the battery is, and so forth. And they wouldn't add something like master shots and dolly zoom and selfie shot unless it was more stable in the wind. I gotta believe that.
Yeah, and dolly zoom. Remember, dolly zoom got added to what the flip drone somewhat recently with a firmware update. So that's nice that they put it on this too. So Bill, you've already covered the gesture control. Unless DJI's made massive gains in their gesture control technology, this may not be something that a lot of us use, but we'll see. I mean, Spark was a drone from almost like 7-8 years ago, whatever. So hopefully they've made a lot of progress. Return to Palm is supported, which they say not supporting the other one, but I thought Palm landed all the time. Omnidirectional optical avoidance sensing, so that's supported now. But here's something we didn't think of. The Neo 2 is 19 minutes of flight time, and the Neo 1 at 18 minutes. We're only gaining 1 minute more of flight time. So that's kind of goes against what we've been hearing.
Well, I think too, you realize it's a bigger drone and it weighs more, and I think that's why you only get another minute's worth of
Yeah,
time
better
on it.
camera, different processing. Yeah, so it's doing a
Exactly.
lot
Yeah.
more.
Bill, you picked up this a second ago, but the flying wind. I'd rather have it fly better in the wind than I would. That's more important to me than more battery time.
Exactly. I agree, Ron. 100%.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So if it's stronger
Absolutely.
motors flying better in the wind, I don't care that it's
Yep.
1 minute longer. Now, what's this mean, guys? Wi-Fi, 500 meters, 04, 10 kilometers max video transmission range, where the other one only had 50 millimeters, 4.10 kilometers. So is that telling me we've increased the millimeters like almost 10 times?
10 times.
And I think what they're probably saying with that would be with that module added onto it. Okay.
Oh
You're
yeah,
not going
yeah,
to get
yeah,
that
yeah,
with the phone only. You're
yeah.
going to get that with the module added with the N3 or the R2.
So I see with the phone only, it's still it's the same 410, but
Right.
if you put the
Right.
module on, you increase. Oh man, that's going to be for people that didn't like the limited thing, that's going to be great. Yeah, that. And how about tracking speed? This one could do 12, and the only other one can do 8. So if you're riding a bike or something, you'll be able to track
Yeah, it even
yourself
says
better.
that a cycling mode that's
Yeah.
pretty. And Barkley says we got to send Marcus back up to Spain.
Yeah, and here we go. The internal storage. So 49 compared to 22. So we've more than doubled our storage. And
Oh yeah, that's great.
for folks that don't know, the little I'm gonna get rid of that graphic now. The little Neo. What my point? It doesn't have a memory card slot. As far as I could tell, the Neo 2 won't have a memory card slot too.
Right.
So that internal storage is very important, especially Bill. If this hasn't, well, we know it's going to have increased video and picture quality because of the bigger sensor, so that's going to take up more room in the files. I mean, the Neo 2 sounded bad at 22, but because of the small sensor camera, the files that it was creating weren't that big.
Right. Now the files are going to be bigger because you have a different camera in this one, so that really behooves you every time you fly, download it, and then after you're done downloading it to your PC or Mac, delete those files on the Neo 2 because you're going to need every bit of ounce of space on there because the camera is better and it's going to eat up more of that space.
And Johnny, you can actually transfer those files to your phone if you need
You can.
space, right? On the go. Like if you're out with Captain Joe at Manorville, whatever, and you're low on thing, you could just transfer some of that over to your phone and then reformat, right?
You can, yeah. Sometimes I'll try to look through them and see what's decent, and I'll delete that right there before I even send it over to my phone.
Yeah, yeah.
And what's nice is with that, if you delete it, if you move it over to your phone, say for example, for me, I have Dropbox, so I could just put it to Dropbox, and then after it's on Dropbox, and I can get it on my PC. So
yeah,
exactly.
So that's seamless.
Bill, is that one of the cheapest things they could do to expand the memory? I mean, is that or is that like I'm saying, that's numbers went up drastically in the past 3 or 4 drones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's because it's so small, it's not going to take up a lot of physical space. So I think that's an easy thing for them to be able to do that.
Yeah, and that's a great thing. Like you said, even the Air 3S, it's not that. I mean, we've all, I guess, forgotten our card, or maybe got a card that I don't know. But it's nice to have that space. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Bill's right. The little chip that holds the little memory chip, the 40, but the 49 is not much bigger than 22.
Right.
As far as taking that space away, it's just a matter of the cost. It costs more, but it really doesn't weigh or take
exactly.
up
It's 100%.
Yeah, and that's 100%. A good thing. That's a good thing for the flyers. Yeah.
So Jamie Miller says a new two appears to be a slam dunk. I'm going to go around the panel. Johnny, from the specs we saw today, do you consider this a worthwhile upgrade?
Yeah, if you remember when the original Avata came out, I think after everybody had it for, I don't know, a few months, it's kind of like, hey, I wish I had this, and this. Well, the Neo is almost the same thing. And if you remember the Avata 2, I think we got everything that we pretty well asked for. And I would say right now, just looking at these specs, it's almost everything that we almost thought that the Neo 2 should have. So it looks like it's gonna be a fun drone. Yeah, I can't wait to get it.
The only pushback we had on the Avata 2 was a lot of Avata 1 owners didn't think it was as crash worthy.
Well, I mean, it's a bigger drone, a heavy. I mean, when it's heavy like that, I mean, this thing here, I'll be honest with you, I'm not saying it's hard to break now with a 2-axis gimbal and, faster motors, and you run into a wall or a tree. Yeah, you might get some damage with the Neo 2 where you might not hurt this. So, yeah, something you might have to be a little more careful about. So,
This show is sponsored by Starbucks Coffee.
Yeah, I didn't get.
Sponsor.
I'm going to be heading out there after the show for me. But
and Jamie,
for me,
Jamie, that would be a note. Of batteries are not compatible. Well, I say they are not compatible.
You can tell by the snap in they're not the same.
Yeah.
You can just by look at that as a picture.
Now, the batteries they looked like they were going to be around $129, which is pretty steep for a little FPV.
Wow.
They're if you look on eBay now, you buy to get 2 of these batteries now, they're $150. So
wow. Hey, look what DroneNation says. Shut up and take my money. Yep, well, tell you what, DroneNation, you said how much was that one kit? You had $1,200 and how many dollars, Johnny?
$1,249.
You send $1,249 into us, and we'll send you the drone eventually.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh yeah. After it passes between all 3 of us. So
man, if not, I'll just write a 2 right behind this Neo and just send you this. So.
Well, for me, it checks all the boxes. It's just waiting for it to come out. I mean, it really is a slam dunk, and I'm really thinking one of the things I think I like from what I'm reading, I think it's bigger, and I think because of the batteries, I think it's going to have better ESCs, and I think it's going to do much better in the wind. And that camera really excites me. That looks like it's going to be a great camera. I can't wait to get it. I really can't. One of the other things I want to add as far as getting accessories and even checking out, because I know Michael Wright told me he got Mavic 4 Pro batteries off of AliExpress, and he didn't have to pay any tariffs on them. So if you're looking to get accessories like batteries or props or anything, look on AliExpress. You have to vet the sellers, of course, but check AliExpress out. They're much more reliable than like Banggood as far as shipping.
My buddy Lou Drone Angels, he may still be here, may not be. He just bought a battery for his Mavic 4 Pro and the Air 3S off of AliExpress. He got no problems at all. He got them for a better price than you would look on Amazon, whatever. It came quick, he had a successful, battery purchase from AliExpress. Now, Jeremy's still with us here. Jeremy's saying he has confirmed that the left screen does show those flight modes. That was a rumor, and he's confirming that you do see the flight modes there because of the Neo 1, folks. If you know the Neo 1, it used to show you on top. It had these lights on the top, right, Johnny, to show you the mode. But now this is better because this is better because you can look at it and see the modes. You don't have to look on top of the drones. Right. That's a nice little upgrade there, Bill.
Mm-hmm. That is good. That's very good.
Thanks, Jeremy. Now, John Flynn has a message here. He's saying he was hoping for a 4/3 sensor with Hasselblad color science. LOL. Now, John, that's going to be on the Neo 3. And you know what? If you said another $1,279 in, Johnny and I'll reserve the Neo 3 for you with this Hasselblad, right?
Yes. And we'll give you monthly updates.
He's making fun of all the people that be bitching about the next, what it doesn't have.
What it doesn't have.
Johnny makes a good point there, Bill, because of those rumor people saying it was going to have the 1/1/3, the big sensor that the Mini 4 Pro had. Some Jasper even hinted that it may have a 1-inch sensor. A lot of people are going to be mad at DJI because it only has that half-inch sensor. Well, folks, they never said that because the rumor mill promised the bigger camera. You can't be mad at DJI. Yeah, right?
It's the rumor mill. It's not DJI, guys. And here we are. Okay, we've gotten what I would call a quantum leap in terms of the camera and the capabilities of the camera. Which let's break it down to brass tacks here, guys. Why do we get these drones? We get these drones for their videography and photography. Okay, and if we've had that kind of a quantum leap in videography and photography from the Neo 1 to the Neo 2, what are we complaining about? I mean, and everybody's all big, everybody, 1-inch sensor, 1-inch sensor, 1-inch sensor. They're great. But you know what? It's like we've gotten that leap from here. Let's enjoy this. I mean, that's my take on it.
Bill, I'm just ballparking it here now. I don't have any real specs, but it sounds like, with the sensor, the increase of sensor size, it's almost going to be twice as good as the Neo 1.
Oh, absolutely.
It's almost going to be twice as good. So
Absolutely. Yeah. I think your videos and pictures, yeah, it's going to be, compare the footage and you'll see that it'll be a night and day difference between
now,
the
Bill,
two.
some what do you call it? Wise guy go out and do a comparison between the Mavic 4 Pro and the Neo 2, and say how the Mavic 4 is much better, whatever.
Yeah.
Ron,
I mean,
Ron, I got a picture up there. You can see that screen.
Oh, I'm going to pop it up here in a second. I want to go to Richard's comment here because this is important here. Will the Neo 2 have remote ID? And
it's under 259 grams. I mean,
and Jeremy already answered him. He said no, no. Well, that's Richard's screen name there.
yeah, that's because it's under 259 grams. It doesn't have to have it.
107, pay you $5 and register the
And
drone.
even if you and there's no such thing as a plus battery, so there's no way you can put the drone over.
Right.
What did we get? It was 155. So, folks, you know how a lot of people are mad that the Mini 5 Pro is over 249 grams. Well, if you're mad, just buy the Neo 2 because you don't have to worry at all, right, Bill? No matter what
there's no worries with it at all.
249 grams.
And like Johnny said, get out your wallet, pull out a $5 bill, and pay the FAA your registration. I mean,
absolutely.
Well, you know why this always comes up, Bill, is some people want to fly. I mean, some people want to fly as a commercial drone, so they need to have remote. So, say for instance, you got hired to film somebody. You want to fly over somebody at a ballpark or anything like that. You would need it's light enough to be legal, but you would need to have remote ID to do that.
Well, here's the whole thing. You would probably have to get a module for it because I don't think it's going to have it in any country. So you'd have to get a remote ID module separately on Amazon. Number one, and number two, you would need to find one that would work with the drone itself.
It has to be the smallest module you could buy.
Yeah, because this isn't going to carry. I mean, you're gonna have unbelievable small payload on it. I mean,
the point Bill's trying to make, there's probably modules out there that are bigger than Neo 2.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's you're gonna have to get the lightest module possible for that.
Now, here's what Jeremy was talking about in the chat. On the other, well, I'm going by how the drone's facing me. On the right hand side would be the LiDAR sensor. It's not a camera, you can't see it. On the left side would be the LCD screen showing you what mode you're in. So this is a big improvement over the Neo 1, right, Johnny?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, to see it right there would be really neat.
And look at those. The prop guards look like they're much more. I don't know, much more robust than what we saw on the Neo 1.
Oh yeah.
And look, see why people thought the camera is one sensor. Look how big the camera looks there.
I'm taking a look at the front of this from here, and I'm thinking some very crafty people are going to make like a front guard for that. Yeah. Using a 3D printer. I mean, that's just ripe for that. I mean, if somebody gets one in their hands and they make it, and they're going to sell them like I would make a bet. Original Dobo probably already has one, working on one in his shop, because some of the accessories he sells are killers. And that would be a killer.
Most of that would be a piece of aluminum, actually, that you have. Star RC made one for the Neo, so it's pretty cool. So
yeah, so I'm going to go down this road here, like the Avata 1 and Avata 2. Now, with all that stuff in the front there, the LiDAR, and this drone is not going to be as crash proof if you hit it head on, because it's got all that stuff right in front there. So to Bill's point is, this drone is probably going to need a guard more than needed a guard on Neo 1 because of all that out those screens in the front there. Because if you crashed into a wall as fast as it could go, you could have a chance of damaging some of those screens. And of course, we know repair options in the U.S. for DJI drones are, what's the old saying, Bill? Slim and none, and Slim's out of town.
None, and none, and Slim is left the building. So
kind of like the Pittsburgh Steelers pass defense. It's Slim and none sometimes, and Slim was out of town on that last game.
And None has his bags packed and ready to head out the door.
Ron, DD Fellows says somebody will figure out a way to put ads on that display. So you think we could get that to say DroneNation while people fly it,
Yeah.
Well, let me but then of course then it'll be a, what do you call it? It'll be a drone for making money, and you'll have to register it.
That's pretty neat.
Now, there's a Bob Casey up here. He says he talking to Jay Miller, says different batteries that Neo goes in from the top. Yeah, so I'm going to say there's no way it takes the batteries from the Neo One.
No.
Yeah, it's not going to take the battery. It's physically a bigger drone.
And John Flint's saying here, people will complain it doesn't have that 1/1/3 guaranteed. Yeah, because again,
Oh yeah, absolutely,
because
John.
all the leakers promoted that, people have already kind of penciled that in, and now they're going to get a, I mean these things, the measurements are so small, but I mean it's good in quality. The 1/1/3 is definitely a higher quality that.
Well, yeah, and I mean, but the price. I mean, hearing the price, that
we're
camera
trying to keep
wouldn't
the
work.
price down.
I mean,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
These are, and you know what? And John, I like John's post because one of the things, these will be the first people to be complaining how much more it's going to cost. Okay, I can tell you that right now. They want it. They want the 1/1/3, but they don't want to pay for it. Okay,
They want to pay more than
he
one.
must be a Michigan fan, not a Michigan State fan, huh?
There you go. There you go. And the thing is, folks, let's get down to the sensor size is most important for people shooting at night, low light or whatever. I know a lot of folks like to go out and shoot at sunset and so on. And the bigger sensor size is important for those situations. But if you're going out like I'll say in Florida at high noon when that sun is bearing down on you to almost burn your skin or whatever, that sensor size is not important in real bright sunlight. So if you're a daytime shooter when the sun's out, like in sunny Florida, the sensor size isn't going to be all that important. But if you're trying to get those low light right before the sun sets or sun rises or night flights, that's when the sensor comes into play. So
exactly.
If you're that guy that your most important thing is trying to get sunset, sunrises, and night flying, don't get these small drones. Get a one sensor drone. This drone's not for you. Don't get it and complain. Just don't get it. Right?
Exactly. I mean, you make perfect sense with what you said, Ron, because a lot of people will go out there. Well, I got the Neo 2, and boy, I can't get sunsets. I can't get sunrises. It's horrible. Low light performance is bad. And it's like it's not equipped for that. Get a drone that's equipped for that. Get like a Mavic 4 Pro. All right.
Yeah. If you want the ultimate low light or whatever sunrise, the Mavic 4 Pro is available from eBay, right?
Exactly.
That can do all the low light stuff you want.
Get you a Nevada too if you want all that with an FPV type drone.
Yep. Exactly.
Hey, we gotta love the people that complain. I mean, and we'll be talking about it. Look, we'll be wanting to know what's going to be on the Neo 3 next.
Well, that's why we have. That's why we have DroneNation and Rotor Talk and Johnny and Ray have their shows. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why, because these people come on here and they just, it's a way for them to express themselves. I mean, it's just
right.
Nature of the beast.
It's a free country. You're allowed to want what you want, right?
Exactly. But the thing that really kind of gets me, Ron, is these people who are the ones who will vehemently complain about not having it. They'll be the first ones to complain about a $300 or $400 bump in price on it as well too. Right. So it's like, you know what? And these are also the ones who won't pay the $5 to register their drones because they want it to be under 200. I'm like,
yeah. What's another old saying? They want their cake and eat it too. Is that the correct
want their cake and eat it too? Yep. Exactly.
Well, hey, this is old sayings, Maury. Now, DD Fellow says, I love the footage from the Neo 1. And I agree with DD. I mean, if you're trying to go out and shoot cinematic stuff like talked about, that's not the drone for it. But if you're trying to film yourself, when I film myself with it, it looks real good. Now, if I try to take some beautiful landscape, sure, it doesn't hold up to the drones. But for filming yourself, it looks real good.
Well, that's what it is. I mean, you use a drone that it was designed to do stuff like that. Not like Ron and Bill, you brought it up. Look, all of those specs mean nothing if you go out to somewhere and it's 15, 20 mile an hour wind. You're not gonna be able to fly even the Neo 2. So, that all depends,
understand your environment, understand where you're shooting, understand, everything about it. Because I think part of the biggest mistakes that a lot of rookie drone owners make is, they underestimate the weather out there.
Yeah.
They underestimate the light out there. They're not familiar with the area they're flying in. And you got to be familiar with the area you're flying in. Before you go and you try something off the wall, you need to just do a basic flight. And that's what I do each and every time, even though I've been flying this, for several years up here, I take it out for a basic flight. I don't do anything fancy the first time around. because I'm getting the feel of the controller. I want to take a look and see how things are through the viewfinder. Want to make sure obstacle avoidance is working, the whole 9 yards. I mean, just take it out basically, then try your master shots and quick shots and follow and active track and stuff. Otherwise,
Bill, that's another old thing. So you're saying take baby steps.
Exactly. Take baby steps first time out.
Hey, listen, Jamie Miller has a comment here. He says, I think it does have remote ID. It can fly over people then. So that's another thing. That's another thing that's always debated when these little drones come out. It's always debated whether it has remote ID or not. And it's always debated whether it's actually under 249 grams. So we'll see. It's something to keep an eye on. Now, Drone Angel says, so with remote ID, it can be a Category 1 drone. I'm no expert on that, but because of the low weight on it, I think it would qualify as a Category 1 drone because it's like almost 100 grams under 249.
Well, the only one that can answer about RID is DJI, so you'd have to email DJI support. And for those of you who want to do that, it's support@dji.com. You can email them, and they will get back to you, and they'll get an answer.
Yeah, of course, Bill, they'll get back to you. But if the three of us all send in the same question, all three of us may get different answers, though.
That's true. But I'm thinking with something like this, they'll probably say, either yes or no, or you'll get a definitive answer from something like that.
Bet Rail says DJI's new competition, Detroit, a new company announced yesterday, the Bird Stop. Sell and manufacture in Detroit. So maybe that be our first American consumer drone company, possibly. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's see here, Bob Casey. Let's see.
Hey, just throw the remote ID module in your pocket when you fly. That's all. At least it'll be close to the controller.
Let's see. Drone Guy says, check your message. I don't have a Facebook thing up here, so let me go check to see if Angel sent any pertinent information here.
I think they just talking about they saw it on eBay for that 800 or so. Yeah, which that was.
Oh yeah. He's got to say, thank you, Angel. That's the same one. That's the same thing. Johnny had that up earlier, the $899. Thanks for saying that, but Johnny had already posted that earlier in the show.
And I mean, hey, I'm sure that as the day goes on, you'll see more and more of them. You might see them for higher, or you might see them for lower.
You'll probably also see them from South Korea and Japan, and those are the ones that you probably want to pay attention to because I think they're going to be lower. And I think, you may have to pay for shipping, but, I think it'll be at a considerably lower price.
Well, of course, if the Chinese really don't have tariffs anymore, then you could get them direct. Because I guess if somebody lived in China, they could order it today, get it in a couple of days, and put it up on eBay, right?
Yeah. Well, like I said, all my accessories that I ordered for like the Mavic 4 Pro and the Mini 5 Pro, I've gotten them from China, no tariffs at all, none.
Yeah. So if that, if that works out for drones, now FJ Mark here says he wants a 2-inch sensor with adjustable aperture and 24 to 200 millimeter zoom lens. Yeah, that must be that Neo 3. And Zach wants a 6-inch sensor on his Pocket 4. Pay $200 for it. Yeah. It's just like everybody wants Jeremy's saying Nevada 3 will likely not get FCC approval. Yeah, I think we all concur with Jeremy. This Neo 2 will probably be the last drone, DJI drone that will have got FCC approval. But let's go to what's uncomfortable talking about here for a second, guys. I don't know I thought that bill was being voted on this week by the FCC, and of course Rick Scott came in the last minute. He wanted to change the bill that it would take away FCC approval for drones that got approved in 2025, which would have been the
Ron. They did vote. The FCC vote. It was a 3-0 vote. In the 3-0 vote, it will be retroactive to anything that has already been approved if the country is on the national security list. Okay. Yeah. That's how that works. So they didn't specifically come out and name DJI per se, but they voted 3-0, that anything, and it's retroactive, anything that's already on the list right now, that they can take that away. Now, I've had several people email me and argue with me about the spectrum and them taking away portions of the spectrum as far as controlling is concerned. And what I know of, and from what I've read and from what I've experienced as a ham radio, that's a process that takes months to years to happen, taking parts of the spectrum away that are already out there, because there'll be a lot of court and legal challenges. And another thing too, and I was doing some reading on this, there's going to be legal challenges to what's going to transpire here. So, stay tuned for all this. December 23rd is a date that we have circled on the calendars, but stay tuned also too, because DJI is not going to take this lying down. They're going to take the U.S. government to court on this.
And we know a lot of stuff goes on hold until the legal matters are worked out.
Yeah.
So all that information being said, Bill, what would you advise people about purchasing the Neo 2 now?
Do it.
But what are the chances of having that drone? A lot of people use this word bricked, and I say that with a thing because I don't know of one drone that ever got bricked. But
I don't think they'll brick. I don't think they'll brick drones. Because if they do something like that, they'll be faced with such a massive class action lawsuit. It won't be funny. Okay, they're not going to do that. They're going to let you continue to have what you have. Okay, it's just going to be going forward. If it does get enacted, but who knows what can transpire between now and December 23rd? I mean, there could be a Hail Mary here. And there could be a miracle
exactly.
work politically.
Trump and Yi could be working the details out right now as we speak.
Right, they could be working out a more favorable trade agreement between the United States and China, and it could put an end to all this. So who knows where all this is going to go? So it could end up being favorable towards us. But I would say at the very least, we'll still be able to use the drones that are available for sale right now. Go out and make your purchases now before December 23rd.
Yeah. So rather than being cautious because you're worried about this thing, you say just the opposite.
Absolutely, go out and do it.
Grandfathered in.
Go out and do it, and and also too, get that protection plan that's offered from Allstate.
Right.
Or if you have a personal article policy, put them on there, because if push comes to shove and you have a natural disaster, it's taken care of.
Of course, unlike the Mavic 4 Pro or even the Mini 5 Pro, this one's more affordable. The insurance concerns aren't as much as they were. Like I don't know about I'm never too good at paying a lot of insurance for something that doesn't cost that much. I don't mind paying insurance for something
Bob Casey got a question.
Before we go in, I'm just gonna take care of this question that happened a long time ago. Jamie said, I thought the VOD 3 got FCC approval, and Jeremy said the last time he looked at no. But I'm going to go down to Bob Casey's question now. Okay, here you go. Bob, I got it here, Johnny. Have you guys in the panel stopped getting your care refresh notification? I didn't get mine like usual last August for my Air 3. Go ahead, Johnny.
I haven't got any notification on my Air 3S. I'm not sure. When did we had that for? I think I had the 2-year for my Air 2S, but I mean, I might as well have a 10-year if you can't get service on it.
I haven't gotten a notification either. So, but and I would consider those, unfortunately, money that's gone down the drain.
Yeah.
I mean,
I only bought the 1-year care refresh on the Air 3S, and I did get a notification just recently because it's about to end the 1 year.
Oh, really?
And they wanted me to renew, but of course, I didn't do anything with the email because again, if I crashed my Air 3S and I needed a replacement from China, it's a good chance it won't get through customs. So I would spend whatever the money was for nothing.
Yeah, you might not have your drone.
You'd have to go to the shop in New York City, or
but they don't. Local. But they're not officially DJI, so they wouldn't cover my care refresh.
Right. You would have to pay for it on your own.
Right. So that's my. Now some people say they have got repair drones through the mail, whatever, and I can't verify that's true, not true, whatever. But I've heard more people getting their drones stopped. They're replacing.
Well, I think a lot of their drones. They have a repair facility, I think, in Dallas, because I think that's where they get sent to, if I'm not mistaken. So if it's an easy fix and they can take care of it, and they have the parts. It might happen there. So, hey guys, I got to jump for work.
Yeah, Bill.
So
Thanks for coming
Bill.
over this morning.
it was great
and,
being on here, guys, and we'll catch
We'll
y'all
have
later.
a lot more to talk about next week on Bill the Drone Reviewer.
Absolutely. See everybody. Have a great rest of your week.
Thanks, Bill. Have a good day.
Have a great day.
Jamie Miller said, "Who would brick the drones?" Well, that's a good question, Jamie, because as far as I know, the closest thing to being a drone ever being bricked was Johnny the little what's that little VCOP mini, right? You took a firmware software update that sort of made it not as flyable, right?
Yeah. The V copter.
But as far as I know, no the drone I've ever heard of has ever been bricked.
Yeah, I would think that DJI wouldn't do it. I mean, they would probably just say, okay, if the United States wants that drone not to fly, then they'd have to do something to the signal, send some kind of whatever. And I don't think DJI would.
And of course, if you ever did hear that something's going to be bricked, just never just turn off Wi-Fi to your drone, right?
Yep.
Okay, especially if you fly a drone with a smart controller like an RC2 or something like that. If you don't have your phone involved, just go in the RC2, make sure it never connects to Wi-Fi anymore, unconnected from your hotspot into your phone, your home internet, so that never gets Wi-Fi. So then the drone and controller never ever update again, and you won't be bricked, right?
Yeah, I mean theoretically, it sounded like it would work. So
yeah,
but what's funny about that V copter? I don't really. Well, I don't remember doing an update to say that, but as soon as you turned it on, it told you that it would not fly through the app. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah. Joe Noki says they can't even agree on a budget, much less a drone ban. And that's kind of what I've been saying all along. I mean, like, first of all, how's all this, these guys are supposed to be not working, especially senators like Rick Scott and all. How comes the people aren't working? Or what are they working from home to get the DJI? But the only people working in the government are the ones banning drones.
Look, hey, Drone Angles said he got a Mini 4 Pro and got it back in 5 days.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, but you hear. I think more stories of them not getting through or whatever. I'll be the guy whose drones get stopped at customs or whatever, and I paid the carry fresh for nothing. And it's even worse because you sent your old drone in, right?
Right. Yeah.
And they send you a new drone, but if you never get that new drone, you no longer have your old drone, and you didn't get your new drone either.
Yeah. No, it's right now that would be a crapshoot to do that. But although I know Captain Joe got the Avata 2, now it's been a few months now.
Well, you know what, these guys, because they have older drones that were kind of in the U.S. before all this ban stuff. But what if you were trying to get a Mavic 4 replacement?
Yeah, I wouldn't send that.
What if you were trying to get a Mini 5 Pro replacement? Those drones weren't sitting in warehouses in the U.S. before all this stuff started up.
Right.
So
Stevie Bronx got a Avata 2 replaced. Okay, well.
But again, the Avata 2 was already in the U.S. before all this stuff started. Okay. Raise your hand if you got a Mavic 4 Pro replacement or a Avata or a Mini 5 Pro replacement.
I used the carry refresh a few weeks ago on a Mini 4 Pro. Same thing, but they may have had that.
Yeah, they probably already had it here in the U.S.
107 if you like if you like the way your drone is flying, don't update. Yeah.
107 said turn off auto updates. Good advice.
Wait, Barkley said something good.
Oh, Barkley got comment of the day.
Oh, hey, Ron, let me tell you a little story about, Barkley won the DroneNation t-shirt a couple weeks ago.
Right, he did.
I mailed it like the next day. Well, guess what? It went from here, from New Orleans to Nashville to Houston, and guess where it was at yesterday? Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh wow! And does he live anywhere near Scottsdale, Arizona?
Unless they move Nashville, no. So anyway, Barkley's shirt is somewhere, probably west of the Mississippi right now.
Joe Noki says he got a Avata 2 and Flip replacement last month. Flip came from Canada. The Drone Guy 42, that's the only place where they have the needed tool on eBay. So Bob Case says when the stockpile runs out and stateside, the carry refresh is nil and void. That's probably about it, Bob. So, and Blueprint says, I pray the day never comes when I have to replace my Mavic 4 Pro. Yep. I agree.
Well, hey, you know what? Just I don't say fly, like you're scared. Just be a little more cautious. Check out your places you fly. I mean, if you're careful, I mean, of course, anything can happen. I mean, it could be a simple thing. It could be something wrong with the gimbal. It could be something wrong with a motor. I mean, it could be anything. I mean, most people think of a crash, but the thing about it is, all those policies like State Farm and Allstate, well, they don't cover anything like that. So you either got to be running into a wall and try to get a new one or get the money.
Yeah.
But you hate to. I mean, so that's a simple repair is different than crashing your drone or having a flyaway. So
yeah. Let's see here. I get lucky once in a while. Now David says he's Scottsdale's where he's at, so maybe David could pick that shirt up.
Well, actually, it is back in. I'm just pulling it up. It says your item has arrived at United States Postal Service in Memphis. So it's back in Memphis today.
Huh.
So that shirt just wanted to travel around a little bit.
Jeremy, what's Jeremy saying here? I would
avoid, I guess.
Avoid that. It has available right now only 500 reviews. Stick with someone with 10. Oh, about the seller. Don't buy a seller that doesn't have a lot of avoid. Sellers that don't have a lot of feedback.
Well, you know what, Ron? We talked about that. I mean,
Angel says he doesn't see it in the DJI store in New York. So even that Camrise doesn't have it in New York. Yeah, because it's China only. The 18th is when maybe that store in New York will have it.
Yeah, and somebody's asking, would you have insurance? Would you be satisfied? Well, I mean, yeah, absolutely. I think you'd be okay with your money back. But for most of us guys, I think we'd probably rather have the drone.
We'd rather have the drone than the money back. Yeah.
At least that's definitely something to have because the carry refresh. Look, it was great because they had a couple options. I mean, I think last one I did, I paid $59. You pay it ahead. You send a drone, they just send you a brand new drone or something like that.
Yeah.
So that sure travel more than more.
Yeah, Glenn's shown. Half-inch sensor. That's right. The leaker said it was a 1/1/3 sensor, but it's a smaller 1/2-inch sensor. But that's still almost double the size of the one in the Neo 1. So it's a big improvement. So, John, I think we covered about everything we can cover here for today. We read off most of the specs of the new drone, the comparison between the Neo 2 and the Neo 1. You highlighted some of the eBay sellers are kind of it's tremendous markups on eBay on the drone. And remember, those folks that are selling on eBay right now, they don't even have the drone. They're hoping they can get one in and sell it to you at that exorbitant markup. But I think we all said, wait until the eBay sellers in South Korea, Japan, even China have it, and they'll have it at a much lower price than the guys in the US that are putting those big markups on. Johnny, had this tremendous markup. So
I mean, you know what? Do your research and keep up with the, of course, DroneNation, Fly for Fun, Build a Drone Viewer, all the shows. I mean, we're always letting people know and check the DroneNation Facebook page, the Fly for Fun page. I mean, everybody in there is there to help everybody. I mean, I wouldn't pay a high price just to try to get it a couple of days early. I mean, listen, Ron, we talk about it all the time. The U.S. sellers, hey, I'll gladly order one today for, I don't know what it might cost $400 or $500 and sell it to you for $1,200. But personally, I wouldn't do that myself. But just check those eBay sellers. And as far as we know, Ron, we've said it 3 or 4 times now. Nobody we know really has got scammed. So I think all of those sellers are pretty sincere on eBay, and you got a little protection with eBay, and if you use PayPal, so I think you're okay. But hey, in the next couple of weeks, I think November 18th. So
worldwide release. Yeah, the guys in South Korea and them should get a hold of it by then, or they can order it by then and get a couple of days. So if you want one, probably the second half of November.
Yeah,
is when you could probably, if you order it as soon as you can after the 18th, maybe you can get it by.
My Mini 5 Pro, I think I ordered it the day before on a pre-order, and it came pretty quick. So I mean, I don't think we'll have trouble getting it, and it really going to eBay for the last couple of drones, or the Mavic 4 Pro and the Mini 5 Pro, really hadn't been a problem for anybody, really.
Yep. Yep. Hey, Jeremy's got to go. So thanks for stopping in, Jeremy. Checking the show out. Always thanks for all the information you shared with us too.
Absolutely.
Love your support. And don't forget to go to Jeremy's. What is it? His website for T-shirts and drone apparel and
Some drone guy, yeah.
Yeah, he supports. He makes all the gear for the South Florida drone meetup.
Yep. He's got a great
thank you, Jeremy.
site. Got a lot of new products on there, and hey, get it, and he'll get it right to you. I'll say that.
Maybe he can make a little T-shirt with a Neo 2 on it or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
RC2 just got an update with the Neo 2 support. Okay, yeah, good. That's a good point.
Okay, there you go. Thanks, DroneOki.
Okay, and so people were asking the RC2, so that right there tell you that I guess it'll work with the RC2.
Now, did the RC2 fly the Neo 1?
Yes.
Okay. I probably did that when I first got it, but I already forget. I usually fly the Neo with the control without screen on it.
Let's see if there's an update for the Fly app. I'm sure that there is this morning. Well, maybe not.
You know, they roll out. Not everybody gets them at the same time.
Yeah. So. Well.
Yes. While Johnny's checking out, folks, we're wrapping up here. I want to thank everybody who stopped in this morning, support us. I know it's early, especially if you're on the western part of the country. It's real early in the morning, so thanks for stopping in. Hope we can answer some of your questions or concerns about the drone here and the limited knowledge that we have now, because, of course, we haven't seen the drone. We don't own the drone yet. We're just going on what the leakers told us and what we learned on the DJI website. Johnny, what do you got for us?
It does have an update.
And the update is there, folks, so go out and get your Fly app update. And
I don't know if that's what it's for, but let's see. Yeah, right here. Add support for the DJI Neo 2.
There it is.
Compatible with DJI RCN2, and then more. Let's see what more. DJI RC2 supports control via Wi-Fi on mobile devices, and then introduces new flight modes. Add selfie shots. So it tells you all the stuff. Yeah, excellent. So it's there. It's uploaded right now.
That's more information you folks can get going by the app and read what's in there.
And here it is. Here it is on the RC2.
Right there it is. Get your updates done, folks. Hey, and Richard has an update for us, Johnny. He said AliExpress has a Neo 2 for only $10,000.
Oh, really?
Did you order it? Did you order it? Hey, John Flynn's saying, great live stream, guys. Get out and fly if you can. Johnny,
there's an update happening right there.
Right now, in real time.
Yeah, I don't have no drone to fly with. So,
have you been watching John Flynn's videos recently? He's posted some spectacular fall foliage videos.
Yeah, he put up one yesterday. I haven't watched that one. I saw it pop up last night.
Man, his fall foliage is like 100 times better than what I get, Johnny.
Oh, I know. I got one loaded that I need to. Well, I was going to put on YouTube, but really, what I call color. I mean, most people are going to laugh at, but it's all we get,
Yeah. Well, I get better than you, but still 100 times worse than what John Flynn gets.
Yeah, but I did see when we were flying that day out there at the Mandeville, they had some big SOS letters, and I'm asking Joe, I hope somebody don't need no help, and we'd be on the news like two drone guys are flying over big letters that say SOS, but they didn't help anybody, Tanya Gale.
Tanya Gale's in here this morning, Johnny.
I see that. By the time she gets up, I mean, Lord, it's like midday.
Remember, she's on Marcus time, right?
Yeah, she's on. It's 7 o'clock where she's at. So.
It's like 3 a.m. for people in Idaho, right?
Yeah, Jackie actually was texting me this morning, so she was watching the DroneNation show just now. So yeah,
replay. We should have had her come. We should have had her come on this morning. It's probably a good time in Spain now, right? It's probably
it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, they're probably having their lunch.
Yeah, so she was catching up with the drone. She said she didn't get to watch DroneNation Monday night, so she was watching it this morning. So
well, I understand why she didn't watch it Monday night. It's on 3 a.m. for her. I wouldn't watch it either.
Yeah, no lie, Jackie.
So Richard says, thanks for the great launch party.
Yeah, well, hey, you know what? It's fun, and these drone releases, and hey, you know what? Last couple drones not available in the U.S., but hey, we're continue to get them, and hey, you know what? I think we're all like Koopy, going back to John Koopy in the early FPV days. They had to get stuff any way they could, and right now that's kind of where camera drone guys are. Hey, we'll get them from South Korea, we'll get them from Japan, we'll get them from China. I mean, we're gonna get them.
Look who woke up, Johnny.
I see that,
Mr. Marco Mora. Who hit the buy button, Johnny?
Oh,
Nobody, because on eBay they're selling them for what $12.99, right, Johnny?
yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you know what? No, that's not for me.
But you made a good point. This may be our last drone launch in a long time, John, because as far as we know, no more DJI drones are going to get FCC approval to fly in the U.S. As far as we know,
Well,
I mean, that's the way it looks now.
but what is that? Well, I don't know. Hey,
The
you know,
future's
would you
unpredictable, but,
order a
as of
drone?
right now, if Rick Scott gets his way, we won't see any more FCC approvals in the U.S. So this could be the last DroneNation launch party ever. So you better record this one, right? Put it on VHS.
Man, I'll tell you what, Rick Scott, he should go to work for. He works harder, you know, than just on drone stuff than he does on, I'm sure, the roads and the street lights and the infrastructure and you know.
Yeah. Hey, meanwhile, yeah, he's stopping DJI drones, but meanwhile, you ride to work or whatever, and you need a wheel alignment from all the new potholes.
Yeah. They, I tell you, you know, sometimes, you know what, sometimes it gets a little discouraging on that end. I mean, you know what, DJI, and look, well, who knows if they had proof, and maybe they don't have to show us anything. I mean, we can all talk. Well, they haven't showed us anything. Look, they're not going to show you anything. They don't have to, but you know, they've been talking about this for a few years now. Because even where DeMarco's at, I think in Arkansas, they had said they were going to let it go to like 2030. Well, if something is bad in 2025 or 24, why are they going to let it go 5 or 6 more years? You know what I mean? So
Yeah, like if you have a bad pothole,
yeah,
local politicians, well, you know what, we're going to fix that bad pothole in 2030. Well, by the time 2030, that pothole is a crater, right?
yeah. Well,
Cars are disappearing.
all of this stuff, sometimes it gets a little funny, but you know what? I think our strong guys are you know, we're resilient, and I think, well, we'll see. Maybe today with, you know, there's a meet going on, and maybe something will be worked out. I mean, listen, even if it, I don't know, we'll see. It's all we can do is wait.
Yeah. Who's the head of DJI again? What's that guy's name?
Frank Wang.
Maybe Frank Wang's in that meeting with Trump and Yee.
Yeah, well,
He's
maybe
right
if,
there
you
with
know,
him.
all you got to do is maybe hand, you know, Trump doesn't Barron like to fly drone, bring them a couple of Mavic 4s and some Enterprise drones, you know. They could fly in a new ballroom that he's building or something. I
A
don't
couple
know.
of DJI T-shirts and a ball cap.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. You know what? I think it seems like, and this is almost with everything that you think is going to be bad in almost anything, whether it's insurance rates going up or whatever, car prices going. You know, it seems like there's always a little reprieve right at the end. But you know, maybe this is not. You know, maybe it's not going to happen. So
Hey, Blueprint's got some true words here. All politicians work for themselves. That's probably the
absolutely,
truest thing that's been said during the show, right?
yeah. I mean, you know what? Only thing I can say, you know, guys, and you know, it's happening right here at our local city council. I mean, you know what? Only way you could change things is by voting those people out, or you know what they need. To me, they definitely need term limits, and that's getting into politics and all that. But hey, you know, I don't know anybody killed with a DJI drone, and okay, I'm sure they can get a little get some information from us, but they also could go on Google Earth and see almost everything they need to see, you know?
Yeah. You won't want the Chinese military getting all those shots of Hammond, right? They could.
Yeah. Well, they probably got everything in my neighborhood, but now if I buy the vacuum, they'd have the inside of my house. So,
They probably really study when you go over and fly that tugboat in that lighthouse, right? They're probably watching
yeah, they're gonna
intensely.
blow Joe's Vada 2 up sitting in there.
You know, when they invade the U.S., that tugboat will probably be the point where they come in, right?
Absolutely. Well, hey, you know what? Just guys, have fun with what you got, man. We got some great drones, and if you take care of the drones you got, you'll be able to fly for years.
And Johnny, you got a show coming up next week?
I do. We have Jack from Half Chrome.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good show.
Yeah, Jack kind of seemed to get in a little niche there with I say the shell type drones, and you know, so we're going to catch up because personally, I don't think that that's the answer, but hey, it could be if we can't get the, you know, and is it that easy? You know, Rob, we always talked about that with say Anzu. You know, is it that easy just changing the color of a drone and giving it a different name? So, you know, we'll kind of catch up with Jack about the shell companies or whatever they call them. You know.
Yeah, look about Casey Sathing. His whole ordeal doesn't affect the millionaires. It affects the working man that loves the fly drone.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Most of these rules or regs, they hurt the little guy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we're taking it from a hobby. I know, Ron, you do a little bit of real estate and all, but you're not going to go broke by not doing a few real estate. But the thing about it is, there are some guys that have invested heavily in some kind of,
Oh yeah,
enterprise
yeah,
type drones and
yeah,
and
yeah,
in agriculture, and,
yeah.
and doing spraying and stuff. So yeah, those guys' livelihood are challenged because something that that's really, I don't know, it's crazy, but hey, a lot of crazy things happen in the world today.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I got to go get a second cup of coffee, Johnny. So we're going to
Hey,
sign off here, and we'll see you folks back on the shows. Drone Nation will be on Monday, and Johnny will be on Wednesday night, and
yep.
of course, Bill the Drone Reviewer will be on Tuesday. I think Bill Thomas, his wife had knee surgery. So he didn't have a show last night. I don't think he's going to have a show next week, but
Oh, okay.
watch the schedule. That could change. Maybe things will change, but as of right now, he's thinking about 2 weeks off with last night being the first week.
Yeah, I
So
sent Bill a picture yesterday. My granddaughter is at SCAD over there in Savannah School of Art, and they have the film festival week, and she got
oh,
to meet Luke Skywalker yesterday.
you mean Mark Hamill?
Yep, he come he
Wow,
come he come gave a speech there, and everybody
that's
went to
great.
kind of I'll say they hung out, but they get to meet him, shake hands, and all that stuff. So yeah, it was pretty cool. And I
That's
know
great.
Bill's a big Star Wars, so I sent him the picture that Gracie sent me. So
Right. And don't forget Ray Kelly. He'll have his show Thursday night this week, right?
yep,
I mean tonight. Tonight is Thursday.
tonight is
Now,
Thursday. Yeah.
yeah. So and keep Ray in your thoughts and prayers. His back's he had back surgery. I think he's still got a little. I talked to him briefly yesterday. He's still in some pain, especially in the morning. He was kind of going to come here, but he's got a lot of pain in the morning. So
Yeah, yeah. I talked to him yesterday. Well, yesterday afternoon. He's doing better on the whole, but it's going to take a few more
yeah,
days. They told him 3 or 4 days, but
it's a
I mean,
process. Yeah, yeah.
yep.
So, all right, folks. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next show.
Goodbye. Good morning, everybody. Goodbye, everybody.
Let's see if we find that end button here, Johnny. There we go. Let's see here.